day's work. Each type of vendor has his own distinctive street song, accompanied by a rhythmic beat on wood or metal, sometimes a drum or bell. From behind the walls, housewives and servants recognize the calls and come to buy. Peddlers provide everything that a household could possibly need. There are water sellers and shoe repairers, candy vendors and cotton cloth salesmen, scissors grinders and newspaper sellers. A visitor to Beiping would never know what life was like behind these walls unless you were invited to the home of a Chinese family. Who would guess that behind this wall there was a lovely garden where children were at play? This garden belongs to Dr. C.F. Wu, a biology professor, and his wife. Their only son, Didi, is his grandparents' pride and joy because he'll carry on the family name. Didi has 6 sisters, 5 of them older and 1 still an infant. That makes 7 children in all, a large family even in China. The games that Chinese children play are not unlike those of American children. Some of their toys are different, however. They're shuttlecock and Diabolo. This game is more familiar to us. But children in China go to school too, if they're lucky. In this family, the teacher is mother herself. The family food budget was so limited because of inflation that Dr. Wu decided that the only way the children could be kept healthy on their meager diet was to control their activities and conserve their energies. Since this could only be done by close supervision, Mrs. Wu decided to teach them herself. Yu Mei, the eldest girl, has become expert in using the abacus. This may look like a toy, but actually it's a sort of adding machine which can be used to subtract, divide, and multiply with lightning rapidity. Yu Mei's education is on Mrs. Wu's mind these days. She's taken the girl as far as she can. It's time now for Yu Mei to go to a regular school, but that costs money, and the Wus have little. If arithmetic in China is easy, learning to write is extremely difficult. There's no alphabet, and each word is represented by a separate and complicated design called a character, which has to be memorized down to every last curlicue. To read a Chinese newspaper, you have to know from 5 to 10,000 characters. A well-educated Chinese knows about 15,000. It's no wonder that scholars have always been the most respected people in China. In addition, children study other languages than their own. The most popular language is English. Mrs. Wu can't forget that she's a mother as well as a school teacher, and it's time now to prepare the baby's formula. Yes, Mrs. Wu is a busy woman, and naturally she's grateful that she has a cooperative son. Didi may be too young for school, but he's an old hand at being nursemaid. Even nursemaids like to have fun, and Didi has just heard a street vendor singing a song that he recognizes immediately.